Thank you, Dr. Sperling. None of us would be here today if it weren't for you. At this time, I am pleased to introduce our student speaker. Here is Robyn Ferrara, candidate for the Bachelor of Science in Business Management degree.
First, as the designated student speaker, I think that the graduates need to thank the University of Phoenix for throwing us this incredible party. I just want to say congratulations to each one of you on receiving your degree, or as it is known in the business world, that little piece of paper. How many times have we all heard that expression, that little piece of paper? Every time I was shot down at a job interview or for a promotion, it was always for the same reason. I didn't have that little piece of paper. Now, I had enormous potential. I had unlimited talent. I had outstanding job reviews, and I had recommendations that stacked from the floor to the ceiling. But nowhere in that stack of little pieces of paper was the little piece of paper. When I had not received yet another promotion that I applied for, I challenged my boss. Why is it so important that I have that little piece of paper when everything else shows you I could do that job? My boss shook his head. Robyn, your job reviews, recommendations, they're the icing on the cake that will land you every job you apply for. Now all you need is the cake. Great. Now I had to go back to college and get a cake. My boss must have picked up on my disgust because he stopped me on the way out. A degree is not just about getting a little piece of paper. Go get your degree. You'll understand. So in addition to going and getting a cake, I was supposed to look for some hidden philosophical meaning. Oh, I could feel the frustration building inside of me. All of the rejection I experienced with my employers came as a huge shock to me. I mean, everyone told me that a college degree was essential if you wanted continual career advancement, but I was different. I had landed an amazing job at the amazing rate of $7 an hour after only 2 years in college. I had been labeled as promising. So I made the decision to leave college, confident that I had, learned enough and that my amazing new job was just the start of my successful career. I thought I had beaten the odds. But a funny thing happened on the way to success. Instead of moving upwards in my career, I endured years of sideways and even backwards career movement. My wheels just kept spinning and spinning and spinning, and I hated it. So let's quickly recap. My amazing job was not that amazing. I had no new job possibilities, no advancement opportunities, no little piece of paper, no cake. I had finally reached my breaking point. I had come to that fork in the road where a decision had to be made. I could continue on my path of no career advancement and continual frustration, or I could go back to college, get that little piece of paper, and get my cake. Now, I have never done anything as terrifying as going back to school, except perhaps when I got married. Sorry, honey. Which college will I go to? What will I study? How can I balance work, school, and husband? Oh, how was I going to pay for it? And how in the world can I get out of taking college algebra? Now, I hear you. Already I was feeling overwhelmed. My local college choices were unappealing. I had my choice of one of the top 10 party schools in America, a prestigious school located clear across town, or an out-of-my-league Catholic university. I was 12 years older than the average entering college freshman. My keg-guzzling days were long over, and I didn't have the grades for anything prestigious. It seemed like I was doomed to my degreeless life. Then a friend of mine mentioned the University of Phoenix. Now, I liked the idea of a university that was designed for working adults and had a minimum age requirement of 23. Excellent. And at first it seemed as if UOP was the answer, but there was one major downside. I had to go to class after working all day and spend some time on the weekends with my learning team. Oh, I already spent precious few moments with my family as it was, and now UOP wanted me to cut into that time even more. Did I mention I was a newlywed? So I decided against UOP and almost gave up on going back to college altogether. And then one day, I heard it. I was in my car, driving home from work, when the commercial about UOP's online campus came on the radio. Oh, I had an epiphany to end all epiphanies. The heavens opened, the sun beamed directly on my car, and I had one of those Zen moments of absolute clarity about my life. I could go to class whenever I wanted, on my work computer, on my home computer, in my bathrobe. Oh. Handel's Hallelujah chorus rang out in my head. I was excited, thrilled, and almost weeping with joy. All of the criteria I had about returning to college were met with UOP's online program. Oh, now I still had to figure out a way to pass college algebra, but if I could work on it in my pajamas, I was up for it. I made the call to UOP that same afternoon and have never looked back. I was halfway through my critical thinking, advanced strategies and decision-making class when I finally understood what my boss had been talking about years earlier. He said that getting your degree was not about receiving a little piece of paper. He was right. It is a journey, a process, a fulfillment of goals, and a demonstrated ability to stick to a project, no matter how frustrating, no matter how long, no matter what the reward. It is not just a little piece of paper, but a statement about your willingness to learn more than you have to or need to learn. It is a foundation upon which you build your career. It was a dang cake. But I ended up getting more than just a cake from UOP. I learned how to juggle work, school, and family. Yeah, that's tough. I learned to sharpen my self-discipline skills. I learned that I love to learn and that I never want to stop learning or get to a point where I think I have learned enough. I've learned that winners are former losers who had the guts to get back up and try again. Every day, I am proud of myself for picking myself up and taking that first, petrifying step back to college. I have even decided to return to college for a third time to get my master's degree. Thank you. And again, I will be working on my degree in my bathrobe. I won't go so far as to say that UOP's online program saved my life. Oh, but it sure did rock my mundane, paperless, cakeless world. Congratulations again to all of the graduates. Go out and enjoy your cake. Thank you.